Today we're looking at 10 games that you could play while you're waiting for Diablo Immortal, or options to play in the action RPG and MMORPG genre on mobile. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the channel, where today we're focused on the action RPG genre, one of my favorites inside of gaming overall, and I really do love it on mobile. I want to remind you guys that every single game that I'm discussing in today's video is linked down below for you to download. Some of these are BlueStacks links and others are for mobile. Go check them out if you're interested in the game. And before we go any further, make sure you sub the channel and ring the bell for daily videos on mobile games. The first game on today's list is A3 Still Alive, an action RPG that looks amazing, but even better than that, this game has a battle royale mode. Incredible PvP inside of an action RPG. This is a space that's never been touched by any action RPGs on mobile devices. This is one that you could play while waiting for Diablo Immortal, and you could play it beyond for that game mode alone. Next on today's list is ANIMA ARPG, which has that old school Diablo feel. Looking at this will remind you of playing Diablo 2 15 to 20 years ago. This is probably the best Diablo experience that you could find on mobile today, although you are sacrificing some graphics that you're going to be getting inside of Diablo Immortal. Again, this is going to have that feel, that look, and that experience that you would come to expect from Diablo 2 and games of that era. If you're looking for a dungeon crawler that's dark, grindy, that is not at all pay to win, this is going to be a great game for you. ANIMA ARPG on iOS and on Android for you classic action RPG dungeon crawlers, or for some of you that just want to play something amazing. Next on today's list is RAZIEL Dungeon Arena, an incredible action RPG on mobile that has some really good graphics and some amazing cinematics, as they're really showing off right here in their trailer. In this game, you have a wide, vast open world, or I should say open hub, where you can do a lot of purchasing items. That's right, there are a lot of ways for you to spend money in this free-to-play action RPG. Putting that aside, the gameplay is brutal, it's awesome, it's fast, it's fun, and it's customizable. It definitely has a Diablo feel. But the dungeons that you're going to be encountering and going inside of when playing RAZIEL are often very short. Now, you can explore after you do finish your dungeons, but you are going to be running into something that just seems like it lacks a little bit of depth. And you would never guess that from watching this trailer right now. I've actually spent a lot of time playing RAZIEL. You do run into a paywall where you're going to feel like you have to start spending money inside of the game, but of course you don't have to. RAZIEL Dungeon Arena is a great game. It's a ton of fun. It's free to play, and you could choose not to spend any money. Again, I'll be linking this one down below if you want to give it a try, just to see if you like it, because it really is a solid, good game. Next on today's list is ETERNIUM, which is a much lighter game than Diablo Immortal. You're in more of a fantasy world inside of ETERNIUM than you are in a dark dungeony world. More wizard-like effects in here than you would expect, although in Diablo, of course, we have the wizard class as well. But you can see what I'm saying from the gameplay on the screen. It's a little bit more cartoony. With that being said, this game has been out for quite a while, and it is one of the more popular games on mobile devices in the action RPG genre. This one actually gives me the look and feel of Torchlight. But you also can notice that the attack abilities here are something very custom. Drawing certain marks on the screen will perform actions inside of the game, and that's something that we've seen nowhere else on mobile or on any other platform. Being able to mark up the screen to do actions and attack in certain ways is something that's very custom to ETERNIUM, and it's a feature that I really do love. You can't go wrong playing this game. It's a ton of fun and holds its worth in time. Next up, we have Dungeon Hunter 5, and this one is on the list because it's a classic on mobile devices. There have been so many Dungeon Hunter games, and people feel comfortable in this genre playing this series. So Diablo Immortal has something to beat out here. This is something you can play in the meantime, but it definitely does not have the depth that you're gonna find in Diablo Immortal, nor does it have the amazing graphics either. Still, it's a good game to play. Next on the list is Darkness Rises, and as you can tell from this trailer right here, the gameplay is different. In Darkness Rises, you're running into the screen, performing actions and battle mechanics against the AI of the game. With this being said, it's fairly easy, and a lot of it is computer controlled for the attacking and for the way that you actually battle inside of the game. There's a lot less customization. It's quite a bit easier for you to engage in combat that you would find impressive, doing moves that would take you a lot of time to learn on a more traditional style action RPG. With that being said, the graphics in this game are incredible. It's a lot of fun to play, and it's extremely fast paced. Probably the fastest paced game that we have on the list today at all. So if you're looking for something that's just a little bit different and that does have some popularity, because this game definitely does, this is a game that you can check out. Whether you're waiting for Diablo Immortal or whether you want to have something that's going to be something you can play alongside of Diablo Immortal, this one you really can't go wrong with. It's a pretty solid game. Hey guys, I want to invite you directly to my Discord server where we talk about mobile games all the time. We have Diablo, action RPG, we have strategy games, whatever type of mobile games you're looking to discuss, come through the Discord server. We can chat it up over in there. I'm going to be linking my Discord in the pinned comment just so you don't miss it. So come on through. Tell me when you get there that you came from this video. And now we're making a shift more away from the action RPG dungeon crawler genre and into the MMO action RPG genre, which is quite different. You'll notice that not only does it look brighter and are the characters much more anime style, a more Asian artwork style here, but the gameplay itself and the worlds that you're going to be playing inside of are much more vast. You can get quests that get you going all the way across the other end of the world inside of the game, and Genshin Impact is probably the best right now on mobile representing this genre. Genshin Impact came to mobile devices, but not only mobile, it came to all different platforms, being a cross-platform game, and took the world by storm. The popularity of this game was incredible. I personally wish that I started another YouTube channel just for this game, but I digress. Too late to that party. The game mechanics here in Genshin Impact are incredible, from switching from one character to the next to climbing walls that you should just not be able to climb. You just pair that with the beautiful art style in the game. This is an amazing gameplay experience, and in my opinion is going to be the biggest competitor to Diablo Immortal once it does release. Now, with that being said, very different games here. We're looking at a cartoony MMO ARPG, while Diablo Immortal is a hell-ridden action RPG. So it depends on the type of game you're looking for. Each of these, I predict, are going to be leaders in their class. Genshin Impact in the class of MMORPG, and Diablo Immortal in the class of Action RPG. Now, while we're on the topic, why don't we check out Dragon Raja, which is another game in the same genre with a similar art style. And like I mentioned, we're gonna see this similar art style throughout the rest of this video. Many of these anime-themed games incoming. Dragon Raja, again, based in a massive open world where you have a hub with tons of people and you need to go on quests to complete things inside of the game. If you're someone that likes to drop into a world that is gorgeous with tons of character customization, that has so much depth that you can get lost in it, Dragon Raja and many of the games that I'm about to mention are going to be games that you should go check out. Is this a replacement for Diablo Immortal? Absolutely not. It does not do what Diablo Immortal does, but at the same time, Diablo Immortal does not do what Dragon Raja does. So we could play them simultaneously, enjoy it, play with global players. I mean, we're always looking for games to play with friends. Back when I started my Diablo Immortal YouTube channel called Echo Gaming Diablo, a lot of people told me, why are you waiting for Diablo Immortal when you could just play Black Desert Mobile? And I'll tell you what, I tried Black Desert Mobile and it was an amazing game. Again, very open world, not as anime looking as the the previous two that we just looked at, but definitely has that Asian feel with the artwork. As you can see, the artwork is beautiful, but something that I did not love about this game and many in the genre is the autoplay features. You are able to have the computer or your phone or your tablet actually play this game for you. Remember, this is also on PC. It's not just a mobile game, but looking at it again, so much depth, so much to do. You could farm, you could battle, you could upgrade gear, find gear, and just go on quests for days. It's a beautiful looking game. You can't go wrong playing Black Desert Mobile if you don't mind some of that autoplay feature. Again, it's an option. You don't have to use it. The next few on the list are very similar to the Dragon Raja Genshin Impact, and right here is one of them. Perfect World Mobile is another one of those very vast open world anime style battler games that you're gonna always have quests to go on and always get lost inside of the game. It's a great one. It had to be listed on today's list. And the last on today's list is Rangers of Oblivion, just to give you some variety in the MMORPG genre. Another great game here. And as far as graphics goes, I don't think it's the best on the list from today, but it's another option for you to play that's very vast, very open world, and very fun. So guys, which ones are going to be the ones that you go check out from today's video? I gave you a massive list of a bunch of great options for action RPGs and MMORPGs represented really well on mobile devices. Which ones did you like the best? Were you into the action RPG style games or the MMORPG games? Very different, but at the same time, very much the same. I know I can't wait for Diablo Immortal, and in the meantime, I'll play some of these games to keep me satisfied with the genre. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I want to remind you guys to come through the Discord so we could talk more about these types of games if you didn't want to sound off in the comments, or maybe you did. Or you could talk to me live over on Twitch, where I am live all the time. Both of those links are going to be the pinned comment. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Check out some of my others before you go. Be good.